Mr. Ali Khan, when he met me at the entrance of the hotel, I thought he was a hotel manager. And it took me some minutes to know that he was my host.
Do you want another rap? Yes, sir. You want another rap?
Yes, sir.
You want another rap?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. To introduce the President, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take my seat finally and hand over to the CEO of Rich Management, the man who made it possible to bring Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni in the house, Ali Khan Sachu.
It's a great pleasure and privilege to host His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, at Mindspeak today. This idea of this club came to me many years ago in a place far away from Nairobi in San Francisco. I was visiting, it was the peak of the dot-com boom, and I was attending a conference given by somebody called Guy Kawasaki. And as I went into this conference, there were 10,000 people, and the spirit was that anything was possible and everybody could do whatever they wanted. And I remember thinking to myself, one day I want to recreate such an environment where people can come, can talk, and can feel that they can do anything. Many years later, I was in Turkey, and I went to a shrine, a Sufi saint shrine, and on it was written, "Come, come, whoever you are. Ours is a caravan of hope, not of despair." Mr. President, you have impeccable Pan-African credentials. I was telling the President just now that I was reading up that he wrote his thesis on Fritz Fanon. And there's no one more sort of Pan-African than Fritz Fanon. And I feel that you've bestowed on us an enormous favor on this indigenously grown business club, which was born in Mombasa, born in Nairobi. When I first came to Mombasa, to get the internet, I had to build a tower. And the tower was 170 feet. I still remember it. And my father came back after I'd built this tower and he said, "What are you doing? Are you prospecting for oil?" And I said, "No, but if I need to trade crude oil futures, I need to have the price on a continuous basis." 4 years ago, I came to Nairobi and I got hold of Michael and I said, "Michael, I'm going to write a book and I need to see you." And the car broke down at Matito and Day on my way up. And I was panicking, thinking, I've got to delay Michael, what am I going to do? And this little boy walked up to my car, and he must have been 13 or 14 years old, or even younger maybe. And he started speaking to me in Swahili very quietly, you know how they do when you're outside a city. And he told me he knew how to speak Latin. And I did Latin years ago in Kileleshwa at a prep school, and I tested him, amo, amas, amat, and he knew all this. And I thought to myself, this is the same thing that he's got as I've got. What is he? He needs to get connected, right? The day we connect him to the world, I don't know what he'll do, but he's going to contribute in a huge, huge way.
All right, Mr. President, I'll ask the first question because I think I know you more than a lot of people here, and they might be a little intimidated in asking you some of the questions I would ask. And by the way, before I ask my question, what does Kagota mean in Banyangole?
Muguta means cow hide, the hide of a cow. So when my father was born, he was a very heavy baby, very heavy in weight. So they said, "Oh, this boy is as heavy as that raw hide of a cow." It's very heavy.
In my language, it means like fat, small bit of fat, right? Kaguta, small bit of fat. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, I digress. Fast forward The man is calling for walk to work, whatever it is that he's calling for. Why not let the man walk to work? Hold on, Mr. President, because look, let's face it, let's face it. You are turning this man into a martyr, Mr. President. And that is playing into those people's game. He's going to be a martyr. He's going to be on the news. You can see every network. Mr. President, man, I mean, you
Okay, there are two issues there. There is no problem for Besigye to walk. Either to walk to work or to walk as an exercise. Whatever he wants, there's no problem. But Kampala is a very crowded city. We are still struggling with the problems of infrastructure. What we ask of him is, please, if you want to walk, inform the police so that you agree with them where you want to pass.
I thank everyone who comes to our club. It really has taken off. It started years ago. I went to a conference in San Francisco that Guy Kawasaki was holding called Garage.com, and his famous phrase was, if you're going to poop, poop like an elephant. And I hope mine speak poop like an elephant. Thank you once again.